chatterboxes. This is Chatter Wednesday, and I'm coming to you all with some little, well, not even little, with a lot of tea that's been going on in these internet streets. I know you guys probably are familiar with a lot of these stories, but you haven't heard them from me, so I'm going to just jump right in. The first story I want to talk about is the Bad Baby Sky Jackson situation. Bad Baby is the Catch Me Outside girl, and Sky Jackson used to be on one of those Disney shows. She looked like a brat, a real life brat style. So it all erupted last week when Bad Baby went on live claiming that Sky Jackson has been trolling her from unknown Instagram accounts. So she went on a rant saying how, y'all think she's innocent. She not innocent. That little girl, do a lot of, sneaky stuff behind the scenes. She's been trolling me. It got to the point where Bad Baby threatened to kill Sky on live. Like, she blatantly said, I'll kill this little girl on live. So the parents got involved. Sky Jackson mom got involved. Bad Baby mom got involved. Instead of acting like civilized adults, those two were going back and forth with threats against one another, saying how they'll beat each other up and this, that, and the other. Now, don't get me wrong, because I'm sitting up here saying like civilized adults. I'm not going to sit up there and say that if a parent get out of line with my child, I'm just going to be civilized about how I handle the situation. So don't, you know what I'm saying? I can't say that I wouldn't, be coming for that mother neck. You know what I'm saying? But I just think you're not going to show these kids better if they don't see you doing better. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we as parents has to, really think like adults. So they were, going at it, saying, Bad Baby mom was saying how she's from New York. I'm not scared of you. And Sky Jackson mom was saying, I don't care if you from New York, I'll whoop your ass. And it was going down, okay? So they apparently sent their address so Sky mom and Sky can come. So Sky, she did like a little classy clapback, and she just named all her accomplishments and the things that she was working on. So she said, a Netflix voiceover deal in the works, finishing up some treatments that I guess she's shopping around, some things to Hollywood. Just a array of things that she's working on. And, they say sometimes the best revenge is killing, is hard work and just blossoming. And she kind of I thought that was an epic clapback for her. So anyway, that spawned a lot of people chiming in on social media, how a lot of people on social media were saying that Bad Baby need her ass beat, and people been letting her get away with too much. Now, she already got her ass beat by Whoa Vicky. I don't understand. You publicly got beat up by this little Whoa Vicky girl, and you still out here talking shit like ain't nobody just see you get dragged in the goddamn studio. Like, you must want to get beat the fuck up again. Like, I just don't get it. Like, sometimes you just need to learn when to shut the heck up. Shut up. So, her, BK, I think her name is BK Title. I was trying to look for her name again. I couldn't find it. She had one viral maybe a year or two ago in New York. I forgot in the capacity of what the video was about. But she had got on her live saying how she'll get her niece to beat up Bad Baby, and she'll be Bad Baby mom up. And I really think she would make do on that promise. I really do think she would whoop her ass and get her niece to whoop Bad Baby ass. So she was telling them to she'll send them the address and everything like that, or send her the addy so she can pull up on them. So Bad Baby said, I'll send the addy, I'll drop some food over for your raggedy ass apartment. See, that's what I don't even like. I mean, you kind of do open the door for people to just make those comments about you when you jumping in businesses don't belong to you. But when these people, come from humble beginnings, and then they get a little couple money, and then they trying to, shame another person. Like, girl, please, Girl, please. Your daddy don't even want you. Like, go sit your fucking ass down. So the BK Title, I think that's her name. She said, I'll send you the address. She said you could drop the food along as you and your mom promise to hand deliver it. So you know what that meant, bitch. Come over here so I can whoop your ass, and then I'll eat off of you once I'm done. So since then, Sky Jackson has filed a restraining order against her, that a temporary restraining order that the judge has granted. So she has to stay, I think 1,000 feet away from Sky Jackson. And the story isn't over yet, because I don't know if they put a gag on her where she can't talk on social media, but she has been a little quiet. I'm talking about Bad Baby. So we'll see how, this all plays out. But Sky, she's not from the streets, and she has a lot of things, that she's riding on. She cannot be out here getting down in the gutter with these people fighting and carrying on. She did it the right way. And when people, she did it the right way. That's how you do it when you got shit to lose, okay? Now, one thing I will say about Sky, because it's not the first time that somebody has said something about her. If you are out here playing messy, don't play innocent when somebody call you out on your shit. You can't go around here fucking with people either, Sky. And I'm not saying that you are, but I'm just saying this is not the first time that I heard somebody say something negatively about you. So if you are doing these things that these people are saying, clean your shit up too. That's all I got to say. So moving on from them, I want to talk about Matt Barnes and his baby's mother, Anna. I think her name is Anna C. She's actually Beverly Johnson's daughter. So he was engaged. I think they were engaged. I'm not exactly sure, but I know they were together, and I know that they had a little son together. So he's saying that the relationship didn't work. He was trying to make it work for some time, and it just didn't. He wanted to make it work for the sake of his children, because he said he know how, it affects children when, the parents aren't together. So he said he, tried to put in a good fight, but it just didn't work out. So since then, he's claiming that she's keeping the children her son away from him. And she's doubling down and saying that's not true. I gave him ample opportunity, and he reneges sometimes on when he's supposed to come get the child. Now, she since then released a series of text messages where she tried to prove her claim. Now, he says that those text messages are incomplete. She's not showing the whole thread. He was like, yes, he works. He was like, they made out arrangements for when he can see him, like in the interim of him not being at work. And she conveniently find things to do, or not being readily available when it's time for him to get the boy. So he said he had no other choice but to deal with the courts. Now he has children by Gloria Govan, and she also was trying to paint this picture about him too, and he won custody of those boys in court. Now, I don't know, because it's been allegedly claims of abuse by the two women. This new woman, she kind of claimed, abuse. She's claiming that allegedly she's claiming that he's threatened her. She was seeking like a protection order against him. She's saying he's trying to do intimidation. Him and sister trying to intimidate her. It is a whole goddamn mess. It is. Now, I don't know if her claims are true, and that's the reason why she don't want him around her son, is because she don't feel like he's a stable person. Or I don't know if she just a bitter, hurt baby mom. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know if Matt Barnes is telling us the truth. I don't know that either. So we just going to have to see how all this play out. And it's a shame that they putting all their business on Front Street for us to see. Because some things, I know you're a public figure, but some things we don't need to know. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because when your kids grow up, they're going to see this shit. And they the people that you going to have to answer to. You ain't got the answer to me. You don't got the answer to none of these internet people. You don't have to answer to nobody but your children. And, I don't think that I'll be risking trying to have them conversations with my children about how bad I behaved and the messed up shit that I did, in the midst of me and your mom, or your mom and me not seeing eye to eye. That's the way I look at it. I just think people need to really think things through before they get caught up in the heat of the moment. I know it's easier said than done, but we see this time and time again, and the only people that's going to suffer for it is the children, like I said. Well, moving on for them to hope everything can work out for the sake of the little boy, for the two of them. But moving on from them. So I do want to talk about Public Freaking Enemy, Chuck D and Flavor Flav, the legendary group. Apparently, Chuck D kicked Flavor Flav out the group. And the reason why is because Chuck D, I'm going to just read a statement that I got from the Shade Room. So it says, according to NBC News, Flav hit Bernie with a cease and desist over the weekend, alleging that the rally is using his image and likeness to promote the event. Since Chuck D will be performing under the stage name of Public Enemy, Flav's lawyers want to pump the brakes on the performance. While Chuck is certainly free to express his political views as he sees fit, his voice alone does not speak for the Public Enemy brand. So this is what's going on. Chuck D wanted to perform at a Bernie Sanders rally, to promote him running for president and things like that. Flavor Flav wasn't feeling it. He didn't want his likeness used, in regards to that. So he hit him with a cease and desist. So after that, Public Enemy kicked him out of the group. So Chuck D said if there was a bag, Flav would have been there front and center. He will not do free benefit shows. He said he sued me in court the first time I let him back in. His ambulance lawyer sued me again on Friday, and now he stays home and better find rehab. So he's claiming that Flavor Flav is on drugs. Flavor Flav said he's been clean for 10 years. Apparently, he was on the brinks of getting kicked out last year, and they pumped the brakes on it, and this was like the last straw, and Chuck D wasn't having it. So Flavor Flav doubled down saying, there's no Public Enemy without him, and Chuck D, basically is wrong for, what he's doing. Chuck D said the show won't go on. They still moving forward with Public Enemy Radio. They have a lot of things in works, and he's over the nonsense and the drama with Flavor Flav. You know what? I grew up on Public Enemy. I'm sad to see, everything panning out the way that it is. But, if Flav not playing fair, I understand him not wanting his likeness used. Maybe they could have just cut that part out. I don't know. This is a touchy situation because it sounds to me like there's a lot of behind the scenes drama that we not privy to. So this might just be the icing on the cake for Chuck D. And apparently Chuck D got a lot of say so when it comes to the group because they okayed him kicking them out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. So I'll keep my eye on this as it progresses. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about that. Have Megan Thee Stallion and Carl Crawford. That's the baby daddy of Evelyn Lozada. So he's an ex-baseball player as well. So apparently she was signed to an independent deal with him, and she had he's 1501 Records, and she also had another independent record deal with another company. 300. I think they call it 300. So apparently she said she signed this deal when she was 20. He said she was 23. She said her mother was privy to all the information. She was there when the deals were made. She states that they're ripping her off. She has to take like a lot of her tour money that her performance money. She has to pay. She's claiming that they want her performance money. She also have to pay part of her split because I think she said it was like a 60-40 split where she get the 40, but out the 40 she has to pay like artists that's appearing on the tracks with her. She has to pay for a lot of things out of that money. So on the backhand side, she not getting that much. She said that it wasn't until she had her lawyers look over it, they came to her and told her that it was a bad deal. She needed to try to renegotiate her contract. She's saying that Carl Crawford is not willing to renegotiate the contract. They basically trying to strong arm her, and they not allowing her to release any new music. This is what she's saying. So we all know that she signed a deal with Roc Nation too. I think it was like a management deal. So since Roc Nation came into play, it was their lawyers that came to her and say, listen, something not right with the contract. But sometimes, Megan has to be a little bit smart in how she, think, because Roc Nation is a big entity. They probably telling her all the things that she wants to hear. They probably offer her diamonds and pearls and all these shiny things. But she better pay attention to what they're offering her as well, because from what Carl Crawford had saying that everything was good until she signed with them. Now he was like, she did not come to try to renegotiate a contract. He's saying that the lawyers came to him trying to strong arm him. And yes, he is friends with the CEO of Rap-A-Lot Records, because they saying that he's notorious. Jazz Prince, they saying he's notorious for strong arming people in the business. So that's why he's with him, to try to intimidate the things that's going on with Megan. But first of all, he's not going to be able to intimidate Roc Nation. Roc Nation is a beast, okay? So he just allowing Carl to have a little bit more leverage and not just be completely blown out, because he has, stake in the business as well. He know people, he's a mover and shaker as well. So it's an even playing field. So he said, so this is coming from Carl, because he did an interview with Billboard, and he says they did a 360 deal where it was 70-30. The reason why it was 70-30 was because we gave up so much. We gave up part of her masters right now. We gave her 60-40 split. That's why we gave so much on that side. We knew we had to do something just to get her. He said, this is how I was getting in the business. This is how I got her to sign with us, because I wanted to make sure we overdid it. That way we can get her. So she got a great deal. She's just over there with Roc Nation, and she's mad because somebody said something bad about her one time. She acting like people can't speak their truth, like she's the only one that have a truth. If you watch her in her interview, she looks like a little kid that's just being silly. It's like she's not even taking things serious. So he's saying that they gave her part of her masters. She got a lot of, things up front. She's saying that she only got $10,000 in advance. He said he gave her $15,000 advance, and then she got another $50,000. And she got part of her masters. That's a big deal. He was like, ask Jay-Z to show, he said, ask her to ask Jay-Z to show her some of his artists' early contracts and see if he do it. He was like, he gave a lot because he was new to the business. He knew he had to secure that her signing with them, and it wasn't until she got with this bigger entities that she started, showing her ass. He was like, you get up, they show you Beyonce, they let you meet Beyonce, they show you, the inner workings of how Hollywood work, and now you getting blinded by the glitz and glamour. This is all I'm gonna say. I believe a lot of what he's saying, and I believe he's hurt, and I believe she is naive, and she's not. I believe still to this day she's not really understanding, and she's not really reading her paperwork. She's allowing Roc Nation to steer her in the way that she's going. I think she would do herself a good service if she hired an independent lawyer to go over those contracts, and then she be able to negotiate with Carl Crawford in a better way, because she owe him, I think, 10 to 15, I think 10 albums, and she's only trying to give him one. This is what Roc Nation is coming to him with. He's like, that's highway robbery, and it is. He was like, we got you hot. We was in the mud with you. We was doing all those, shows and, doing all that groundwork. Now you hot, they want to jump in? No. I don't believe that he's 100% wrong, and I don't believe that Megan is 100% wrong. It almost reminds me of the Olivia and Rich Dollars situation on Love and Hip Hop. They both think they right, and they both probably have their own truth, but it's somewhere in the middle that is the real truth. So we'll see how all this play out. But one thing I can say, contracts don't lie, numbers don't lie, and it'll all come out, because once they go to court, all that shit is public record. All of it's public record. So Megan has already took them to court, and she kind of had like a win a little bit, because they allowing her to release new music. But time should tell. Like, she won the battle, but she hasn't won a war yet. So we'll see who actually wins the war when it's all is said and done. Did you guys hear, because there's a lot of rumors going around that Summer Walker may have possibly gotten her nose done? I haven't seen too much about it, but I do have like a screenshot of 4 different pictures of her, and it do look like she gradually got work done on her nose. I don't know why it's a big deal, because who cares? But I was wondering if you guys paid attention to that. I'll put the picture up, and you guys can debate in the comment section if you think she did or not, or if you even care, because it's not really a big deal to me, but people have been, chattering about it, so I'm going to bring it to you guys. Next, I have Sky from Black Ink Crew. Oh my God, she disgusts me as a woman, as a mother, and just as a human being, period, okay? She got there. First of all, she abandoned her children when they were young. Now, we were buying into her story because she said she was young. She was in a bad situation. She couldn't keep hold of them. Okay, I felt for you, and then because sometimes shit happens. But then you go and uproot their life from where they were when they wasn't looking for you. They were happy where they were. You goes and disrupt that, and then treat them like crap. Her youngest son, Des, had came to her. It's all played out on the show. Came to her, was trying to, make amends for the things that he did to her. And it seemed like everything was going good until she confronted him about if he possibly could have a baby on the way. And he didn't really want to talk about it. She flips out, telling him she wish I didn't want you. Your daddy don't want you. I wish I would have swallowed you. Some shit that you just can't come back from. You mean to tell me you gonna talk to your child like that? I don't care if he pissed you off or not. That ain't nothing that should ever come out your goddamn mouth. You are a toxic human being, and shame on you, VH1, for even airing some shit like that. That should not have been even aired for the TV, for the world to see. Y'all just trying to worry about ratings. And until she get herself together, until she seek help, counseling or whatever, until she do right by them damn kids, y'all shouldn't let her appear on that goddamn show. I'm mad at y'all, and I'm mad at her. And I just hope that those boys recover from the abuse that she is doing to them currently. They didn't ask to be here, and they ain't asked for you to come back and visit them with your toxic ass. Ooh, that's all I have for Chatter Wednesday. If you guys like the content, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and holla at your girl. Bye.